coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Bam, 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 boom. Appreciate the support. 33 years of prison stories, 12,365 plus days in captivity. But we out here. We out here, we feeding the positive, starving the negative, and that's all we can hope to do. Hope we can reach some and teach some and keep them out of them penitentiaries, man, because it ain't nothing nice in there. Believe that. Shout out to everybody who been supporting me, man. Everybody who on that morning mud, y'all crazy in a good way. And everybody who be tapping into the Twitch, man. I appreciate the support, man, for real. It's we just trying to grow. We just trying to grow and spread this message as far and wide as we can spread it. So anybody who's with the movement, anybody who's with this, man, I definitely appreciate you, man. It's heartfelt. And let's keep going, man. We ain't gonna stop, can't stop, won't stop. As y'all can see, I'm changing the background. So by me changing the background, you know, I'm gritty right now. So I'm thinking about, that made me think about this, because I was gonna do this other video, but it just made me think about the places I've been that got the worst conditions. The worst conditions, because, man, let me tell you something. Prison, ooh, I done been in some dirty ones, man. I mean, you know, all of them dirty as far as like the way it is, but dirty. I'm talking about the conditions. And we done been through some stuff in there, man. And there's some jokers in there still going through this stuff, so I already know. You know, I told y'all, man, my people used to be calling me all the time, man. I got homeboys and soldiers on, man, many institutions. They be calling me, let me know what's going on. And just, you know, I'm telling them what's going on out here on the street, man, and just keeping hope alive. But, man, I could think of some jokes. If I go back to the first one, it was the wall. Man, the wall is got to be in my top three. My top three worst condition prisons I've been in. The wall has got to be in the top three. I would say, I don't know, man. I might want to put the wall number one. I might want to put the wall number one. Just because it was so old, it was decrepit, man. It's like a big dungeon. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real big dungeon. I think the only place that was really clean, or if you want to say clean, somewhat clean in the wall, was the visiting room. And I think the only reason that was because outside people get to come in there. But their blocks was filthy, they was dirty, they was smelly. Man, it used to be trash all on the floor. I'm talking about piles of trash, like, you know, you got to walk on top of, you walking on top of styrofoam trays, and the smell of the old rotten food, and man, because they was feeding on the inside when I was there. So, you know, dudes would throw their trays all out on the floor, throw them outside they cell. You know, you might get some old collard greens, and you know how they smell, so they get the stink in it. Man, it was horrible, man. It was horrible. And, you know, then not to mention the big rats, man. They got rats in here look like this, man. You know, they got the big rats that might come visit you. You know, I'm young, so I'm hearing all these stories, man. All this stuff used to have me, you know, nervous, man. They used to say, the rats crawled up in people's bed. The rats done bit dudes on the earlobe. The rats done bit dudes in the mouth, on their lip, and on their tongue, because they ain't brushed their teeth good at night, and they sleeping with their mouth open, and the rats done came and smelled the food and bit. You know, I mean, man, you know, I don't know if it's true or not, but when you young and you hearing that type of stuff, man, and you just getting in this type of environment, man, that stuff had you petrified in there. Not only do you got to be petrified about what's on the outside of the cell, you got to be petrified what's going on the inside of the cell. You know what I'm saying? They ain't do no shaking down, you know, so everybody's strapped like a Georgia ham. Everybody got the Bethlehem. Man, it ain't shake down one time I was on the wall. Not one time. What they did before I got there, I don't know. They ain't shake down not one time while I was there. Dudes was walking around in the block, man, with the Bethlehem tucked in their pants, clearly visible. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, the conditions was crazy. All the windows was bust out. You know what I'm saying? So in the wintertime, if it's cold out there, you freezing. Windows bust out. Every time they fix the windows, they say dudes throw and bust out, because the side I was on, you could actually see out in the street, you know, of Richmond. So you could see out there, women would come by, man, and flash you, and you know, yeah, because they knew right across that big old, whatever it was, 50, 60 feet wall, they be across the street on the sidewalk. So dudes be looking out there, they be hollering and yelling, man, you know, hey, could barely hear what they saying, they could barely hear what you saying, but it was something to do. It was something to do. So all the windows bust out, birds flying around up in there, pooping on you. Birds, pigeons, birds, they all in the block, they flying around, they pooping, they crapping everywhere. The crap is all on the floor, the crap is all on the windows, you know, it's all on the phones. You got to wipe the phone off. I mean, man, it was horrible, man. And you got to think now, I'm coming in from Southampton receiving, and I go straight there. So I'm thinking in my mind that this is what prison is like. This is the life you're gonna be living, you know. And I got a gazillion years. You know what I'm saying? Man, I was depressed, you know, suppressed. Man, I was going through it. I couldn't see it, man. I couldn't see just living like this. You know, even the jail was you know, a transition for your first time being locked up, being in jail as long as I was, over a year or something. So that's a transition within itself. So when you leave that and you just getting used to saying, oh man, this crazy, you know, I got to do this, I got to get up, I got to get trays, I got to eat what they give me, I can't eat what I want. When you start going through all that process and that, and as soon as you get, you know, it kind of like, okay, this is what it's going to be for a while. And then you go to this and you be like, man, it's getting worse and worse. So it was insane, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, I think a broom. I think they bought a broom around one time, but I don't never remember even getting cleaning supplies in there. You know, cell got mold in it everywhere. The commode looked worse than a porta potty. Paint peeling off the wall. I mean, anything you could think of. It just was a horrible situation. The beds was beat up. You know, you sat on it, don't sink to the ground. But that was good though. They didn't have, the ones I was in at the time anyway, didn't have the built-in steel slate on the wall. I had a real bed as far as with springs and stuff, you know. But the mattress, you got to think, a gazillion dudes that slept on it. It can't never be clean. It can't ever be clean. Gazillion dudes that slept on it. God knows what done happened on it. But this all you got. You know what I'm saying? So you got to roll with it. So yeah, man, I probably, and that was fresh. That was fresh in my bit. First stop, besides receiving. So I guess I would have to put that as number one. Number one, worst, you know, conditions. Or number two would have to be Powhatan, man. It would have to be Powhatan. And the reason I say Powhatan is because Powhatan is probably, I think the Wall was the oldest prison in Virginia, and I think Powhatan is second oldest. So, you know, they tore the Wall down, but Powhatan is still going. But man, same conditions, slightly different problems. Man, my biggest problem on Powhatan was the weather, cause when it's hot, oh, you burning up. You burning up. Ain't no AC up in that joint. Ain't no central air up. Ain't nothing up in there. You know what I'm saying? We won't get nothing but a small fan. It's so many people on the block, man. It's just so congested that the heat is stifling. And then they got all these ants, man. They was infested with ants, man. The ants were everywhere. I'm talking about like colonies of ants. They everywhere. You go to sleep in the summertime, man, they all up on you in your bed, man. You wake up to a nightmare, man. You wake up, man, you got ants everywhere. They crawling on you. They all on your bed, man. It's like, man, it's like a what's the dude name? Alfred Hitchcock movie. You like, man, what? Yeah, man, you wake up going crazy, like, ah! You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't used to that. I wasn't. But dudes was telling me when I got it, man, he said, why's the man's, man? You got to put this stuff around your windowsill, man. All the windows broke out. What good is that going to do? All the windows is broke out. You know, when it's cold, it's so cold in there, man. Dudes be out in the block, bundled up with state coats on, hoodies on, long johns on, gloves on, and you talking, and you know how that cold air come out when you out. It's like that in the block on Power 10. In the block, you can see, you look down the long corridor, you see dudes talking, you see all the you know what I'm saying, whatever, the mist all out in front of them when they talking, man. Man, mice, they had more so mice than they had rats. You know, the wall had the rats. Power 10 had mice everywhere. Mice all in your food, ants all in your food. I told y'all in one of them other videos, man, them ants is so, man, I didn't even know ants could do what they do. I didn't even know ants can do what they do. Ants can get on inside of food that's sealed. I mean, it's already sealed. Dudes was opening up cup of soups, man, taking the plastic off and peeling it back, and it got ants all in it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. So, man, food was so hard to come by there. Some dudes will bust them open, man, and man, they see the ants, man, they try to get what they can get out, and then they put that hot water to it, put it in the microwave, man, and say, hey, man, that radiation gonna kill them all. The radiation gonna kill it. It ain't do nothing but add some flavor, and dudes will eat them joints. Not me. Not me. It was psychological to me, not me. I used to take the joints, and when I open it and I see something, I give them away. First I was throwing away. Dudes, man, what you throwing that away? I said, man, it don't got ants in it. Man, let me get that. Ain't nothing but some protein. Ain't nothing but, I said, all right, well, knock yourself out, Joe. Knock it, man. You get anything else with them ants or something, man, don't throw that stuff away, man. Let me get that, man. I said, yeah, you're a better man than me, bro. You're a better man than me. Psychologically, I just couldn't eat it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it would harm you or hurt you or whatever, I don't know. It just blew me when I seen it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, all the cells was old, peeling, super small. Super small. I think Power 10, yeah, Power 10 or the wall, probably the smallest cells I've been in. They small, man. If all cells in prison is 8 by 10, I can assure you Power 10 ain't. Power 10 is not. It can't be. They just so small, man. Then you got 2 people in there. They want you to be in there with 2 people, man. You know what I'm saying? You can barely move around. You got to slide by. You know what I'm saying? You know, jokers don't know each other, man. You mess around and mistake a slide by for a funky road, man. Y'all in there rumbling. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't like it, man. I ain't like it at all. You gonna pack 2 beds in these small cells, man. Because to my understanding, way back in the day when they first opened, it was supposed to have been a single man cell. That's why the cells is so small. But now, with the overcrowding the population, they just pack us all in there like sardines, man. Pack us all in there like sardines. And you got to remember the wall and Power 10 was built almost just alike. I think the only difference, I think the wall got 4 stories and Power 10 got 3. You know, so yeah, showers, molded, peeling off the wall. Half of the water speakers work. Some of them work partially. Man. Man, I'm telling you, man, dudes is in prison, man, living like third world countries, man. And people don't even know it out here. Y'all don't even know it. Y'all be thinking, oh, man, they all right. And the old saying, oh, they get three hots in the cut. They ain't got to pay no rent, man. They ain't got to keep no lights on. Yeah. Yeah, try it out. Try it out and see if it's, you know, that easy. Man, it ain't, man. I'm telling you, it's not. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no money coming in, you got to eat what they give you, and what they give you is not going to be edible. It's not going to be edible. You know what I'm saying? Not to your stomach, not to your taste buds, not to your smell. It's crazy, man. So, yeah. Power 10 was like, dude said a couple of snakes was found on Power 10. Power 10 got cats Oh yeah, don't let me forget the cats. They got cats everywhere on the yard. It's probably about 20 cats out there. And then you got dudes who have adopted the cats. They love the cats. Cats come to each, like, it's like people got their own personal cats. Every time they go outside, the cat be running around, they be standing by the door when they call wreck. They be looking for the person who is their caregiver and be feeding them all the time. They go with one dude, he had like 3 cats. He had like 3 cats, and he will put that Bethlehem in you if you kick that cat. Yes. True story. He will put that Bethlehem in you if you kick his cats, man. I seen him get down behind a dude one time because dude kicked the cat, and he went ballistic. And it's a white dude. He went ballistic, man. Hey, man. Hey, watch your feet, man. And dude was like, man, F you, man. Ain't nobody worrying about them cases. Man, hey, don't do it, man. Don't do it, buddy. Don't do it, buddy. And dude like, man, you better go sit down somewhere. He was like, I'm telling you, buddy, don't do it. And dude was telling him, man, he said, dude crazy about them cats, man. I'm telling you, man. He said, man, I knock dude. He said, man, I'm telling you, dude gonna stab you. He gonna stab you, man. They love them cats. The Rock, Big Sam pissed The Rock. Loved the cats. He had about 2 or 3 of them himself, man. But this when he was older, you know what I'm saying? And he was fighting lupus and battling lupus. But he loved them cats. He loved them cats. He still hadn't lost, at this time he had lost his fingers and his toes and stuff that ended up getting amputated. He hadn't lost that yet. And he won't the big old rock that he used to be, but he still had enough where he can get down behind you with that Bethlehem and send you on the way from here. And ain't nobody mess with Sam cats. Ain't nobody, they know who Sam cats. He named him in there. Hey, Blackie, come here, Blackie. Hey, midnight. He had him. He had about 3 cats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I'm saying they everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple of dogs on the outer perimeter, but I'm saying to myself, how they let the cats get inside the fence and on the compound, they was condoning. And dudes got slaved behind them cats, man. And they still leave the cats on the compound. I think they were more afraid of taking the cats off the compound of what the dudes' reactions was going to be than they was of leaving the cats on the compound. I think they rather dealt with the drama, the altercations that they had from dudes messing with the cats and whoever the cats caregivers. And I say caregivers as that's just giving them a name. It ain't like that won't no job, that won't no nothing. This is just what I'm calling them. Because the cats, it didn't belong to nobody. But people believe that they belong to them. And I'm telling you, that was some reason, some dudes' only reason going outside was because of the cats. The only reason. Dudes got caught trying to sneak the cat in, bring the cat to their cell. You know, I mean, man, it's just, it was insane, man. It was just a wild ride, man, on Powhatan, man. You know, then they had the slaughterhouse. You know, they had the cows and stuff up there. You could smell that. You can smell all they duty everywhere. You can smell it all out in the air. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go out, you can smell it. But they used that. It's supposed to be how they was self-sufficient in feeding the rest of the state of Virginia with the meat that they got was supposed to be coming from the slaughterhouse. Now, here's the contradiction. I can't tell because we ain't never get no real meat. We got bulk meat. Is bulk meat cow? Is that cow? I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? They must have been just using the milk. They must have been using the milk because we won't get no real beef, Jack. We won't get no real beef, Jack. What they make with cows? I don't know. What they with a steak? Man, get out of here, man. We ain't getting no steak in no prison. So who they feeding? Where's it going? Yeah. People who work there at restaurants, selling it to other people, whatever they doing, it won't come to us. I was in there for 33 years. I ain't eat no steak. I ain't eat no beef. Close I ate the steak when I first got locked up and hit Southampton receiving in Augusta and got steak arms. The little thin Jones, is that coming from a cow? I don't know. Other than that, it ain't no steak. Where the steak at? And Powhatan, that's what they was known. It was called the slaughterhouse because they slaughtered the cows and stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting no steak, man. Nah, we won't get none of that, man. We won't get no real hamburgers. We won't get no real beef, period. At all. So, I don't know. And I don't know why ain't nobody never asked that question. come to think of it, I don't know why ain't nobody never asked that question. Man, where the beef at? You know, to make us think we winners. Where's the beef? We won't get no beef. But, you know, that's what they were selling to the state to get that government funding, I guess. But we definitely won't get it. Yeah, so they definitely was number 2. And the more I think about it, the more stuff will come up in my head, because I'm talking off the top and all this stuff just is popping in my head. So yeah, I just thought about that, man. Where the beef at? I'm on Bytown and I ain't getting no hamburgers. I ain't getting no beef. I ain't getting no beef hot dogs. I ain't getting no steak. Nah, man. So I don't know what the heck going on, man. That sound like some flammery to me. Some larceny up in there somewhere. Let me see, man. That's 2. Third one, what would be the third worst condition prison I've been on, man? It's a lot to choose from, but most of the other prisons is newer. The other only old one was Mecklenburg, but I don't want to say Mecklenburg won't that nasty. The kitchen was shut in, but it won't as nasty as other joints I've been on. I just got to think of one of them that was just as nasty as those, but it won't that one. It won't that one. I won't say Mecklenburg. Although it won't great neither now. Don't get it twisted. It won't great neither. It won't great neither. But I don't know, man. I might go with even a new joint. Just because of what it was. Oh, and don't let me forget. Let me bag up Powhatan too. Good Lord, they always had water outages. Water outages. Yeah, well, we ain't got no water at all. You can't flush your toilet. You can't take a shower. You can't wash out your cup. Nothing. You getting water there. It's bringing water in there 2 or 3 times a day. Handing out water in little bags like that. Bringing trash cans full of water. Issuing small trash cans to everybody on the block so they can come out there and dip some water and go flush their toilet. So you know you smell it, urine and feces all day long. We done been on jumps like that several times on Powhatan and for weeks at a time. Weeks at a time, man. Telling you, man, it's like third world country stuff, man. Yeah, people on the street don't be knowing. Yeah, they bringing us water, man. On big cots, they push them in there and they pop 4 or 5 doors at a time and tell them, come on down here, get you some water, go back to your cell. Yeah, true story though, true story. I don't know. I'm gonna just go ahead and go with off the top of my head for what's popping in my memory right now. Probably something gonna pop up when the video over, but right now, man, I'll go with River North. And what's so crazy about River North is River North was where I was right before I went to Nottoway, where I eventually made parole. What's so crazy to put River North in the top 3 worst conditions was River North was just built. To my understanding, it was up there for 10 years and they never used it. To my understanding, it was meant and designed to be a warehouse. A warehouse where they kept all the stuff that they be shipping to different stores or whatever. It's supposed to be in a warehouse. But they turned it into an institution. Now, why I say that is this. I was with the first 200 on there. So, for it to be brand new and we just getting there, the conditions were still horrible. Horrible, man. Horrible, man. We walked in 1 block, and I'm telling you right now, this ain't no exaggeration. They started giving dudes jobs and paying dudes to clean up the blocks because the whole prison was empty. So when they get there, they need workers. So everybody going 1 block. When you go in 1 block, then they clean that block out. All the rest of the blocks is gonna be cleaned by inmates. They gonna give you a job, say, come on, go over here, you clean your house, man, and you clean them up. So I remember I was with a crew that went over there one time. We go in a new block. Man, that block, I'm telling you without exaggeration, probably had 2 million flies dead in there. 2 million at least. Because it had been setting so long. They say it's been about over 10 years without being used. Man, you walk in there, I'm telling you, man, the whole floor looked like a black rug. But they was dead flies. Dead flies. I never seen nothing like that in my life. Dead, cause it just dead on the floor. this thick on the floor with flies, dead flies. The smell was horrible. You know what I'm saying? They gave us the little masks and stuff to wear. The smell was horrible. You actually using a push brush to push up piles of flies. Flies. They in the cell. They out the cell. They on the par floor. Spider webs everywhere. Spiders all over. Stained cells, stained doors, stained walls. Crazy, man. The smell was horrific. And that's how they do when you go in a new institution. They get the dudes to clean it up. They get the dudes to do everything. They only do a little bit. Everything else they wait on the labor of us, the slaves. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they ain't no rules, no regulations. The officers didn't know. The COs didn't know. The counselors didn't know. You know, which it just was horrible, man. It was horrible. And the crazy part about it is they shoot you on there. They got guns on there. They shoot you for crossing the line up there. I just told y'all that they don't even know nothing about prison. They don't know anything. So people getting shot on mistake. People getting shot on a humbug. People getting shot because the person holding the gun don't know what they doing. People getting shot because the person holding the gun ain't never shot nobody, and then they got a job to say, I can shoot somebody. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. I'm telling you, man. This prison life, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all got to duck it at all costs, man. Y'all got to duck it at all costs. And this like the top three off the top of my head, man. I've been to 14 different joints. You know what I'm saying? 14 different joints. And it won't none of them nothing nice, but yeah, they shooting people up there in a dirty institution. This brand new. The shower doors was built different than any other prison I was ever on. The cells was built different than any other prison I was ever on, because like I said, it won't never meant to be a prison. Won't never meant to be a prison. They literally got the toilet at the back of the cell in a prison. Your bed is at the door. There's no prison that I've been on that got the bed at the door. The bed is at the door, man. And Joe can walk by and reach through the slot, man, with a poker, man, and you know what I'm saying? Or put it on a stick and you know what I'm saying? Everywhere else, the toilet is at the front. They put the toilet in the back. So you got to be back in the back using the bathroom, you know, where your cell supposed to go. In the back, it keep the cell even more in the cell. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. No windows at all. No windows that look out at all. Not a slight window, not a mesh window, not a this way, that. No windows in the whole joint. You in darkness until you go outside. You in darkness until you go outside. I'm telling you, man, they will put up anything just to put human bodies in there and call it a prison. And call it a prison. The ventilation in there was horrible. Horrible. You know what I'm saying? The heat was stifling. Crazy, man. River North. Brand new prison. Piece of trash. Piece of trash, man. And they in there just dragging dudes, man. Carrying them through it, man. Dudes is going through it. You know, you talk to your counselor and you talking about case management and this, that, and they don't even know what you're talking about. It's like they hired all their friends and all their cousins and nephews and uncles and stuff, man. Oh my goodness, man. Thank God, man, I came up out of that misery, man. But yeah, man, that's like the top three off just off the top of my head, man. I don't know. I just was on that vibe. I got a plain Jane background. I was just thinking plain Jane. Give me a good workout. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I still got to make a video, man. But yeah, man, it's horrible, man. Man, shout out to all the soldiers in there still thugging it out, still trying to get up out of that craziness, man. Man, my prayers is with y'all, man. Free Bo Billy, free Coffee Keith, free Peanut, free Wally, free everybody, Spook Dust, man, free Gangsta Slim. You know, free all the comrades, man, that's still going through it, man. TBP support, man. Salute, man. We waiting on y'all, man. For real, though, man. Like I say, though, you know, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, that out of all the things I went through, all the things I seen, all the conditions I had to live up under, man, that I could be out here today, man. And no matter, I try to remind myself that every day, every time something ain't going good, every time something ain't going well, every time I get discouraged, I would just say, man, do you know? Do you know what you just came out of? And I have to remind myself that, man. So, you know, every day out here, man, is a good day, man, because I'm out here. You know, so yeah, that's the blessing, man. But anyway, man, y'all talk to me in the comments. I talk back, man. 33 years, we out here, man. Talk to me, man. Let me know what's going on, man. Y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, man. Please hit me in the comments. Man, like the video, man. We on the grind, man. We trying to run this thing up, man. We trying to get out there and put this message out there, man. If we don't do it, who gonna do it? Huh? Huh? Talk to me now. Y'all be safe, man. I see y'all in the morning mud. I see y'all on Twitch, whichever one y'all choose to lock into, or if y'all choose to lock into both of them, then hey now, we on and poppin'. Salute. Boop, 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 boop. Duck them hooks, man, especially when I got on a hoodie.
The banking special. Yeah, pure deliciousness. Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.